this is Laura from Traverse Bay Crochet. Today I'm going to show you how to make a hand sewn mask. Usually I just do crochet projects, but considering what's going on right now, I have been making these for my family as a last resort type of mask, and it's very easy. You don't need to be a sewer. These are actually just hand sewn with materials that I had on hand. There was a very interesting article from the University of Cambridge research that actually is, I will link to my blog on, and you can check it out for yourself, but they compared different fabrics against particles that were smaller than coronavirus, and to see how they filtered out those air particles, and then compared that to a surgical mask. So it's very interesting, and you can look at the materials they used and then see what you have at home. For my lining, I will be using just a pillowcase. So I'm going to cut up a pillowcase I have to use for the lining, and then I'll show you how to sew it so that you can insert an additional filter in here. If you don't have any like actual filters to put in there, paper towel can also work for that. Okay, so let's get started. We have our cotton pillowcase, threading floss. You can use regular thread. I like threading floss because it's stronger. And then I have my sewing needles and pins, some sharp scissors, and this bendable wire, whatever bendable wire you may have. I'm going to use cut and tie rubber tie down, and an iron. So let's get started. You can find the template link through my blog post, which I will post. Print it out, cut that out, and then we're going to put we're going to cut your fabric, put the right sides facing each other, and then you can pin your template. And so when we cut around, we're going to leave an inch over here. This will be our ear side, and then 1/4 of an inch cut around the rest of our template. So I cut out my template, and I'm going to go ahead and do that with my pillowcase. Only for this time we're going to cut around the actual template, so you can cut just close to the actual template all the way around for the lining. Okay, so go ahead and cut that out, and then I'll show you what to do next. Okay, so now that we have our cutouts, and remember we have 2 layers of each, now we're going to sew from the top right here just down the front, the middle of the mask. So go ahead, and we're going to do that for the lining as well. So go ahead and start your sewing with your thread and needle, and I will meet you back. Okay, so now I've sewn both of the front of my mask and liner, and I'm just going to open it up. Okay, flatten it out. Do that with both of these, and we're going to just take our iron and iron this so it's just nice and flat. So go ahead and iron and press this down, and then I'll show you how to sew them together. Okay, so now I've ironed them both flat, and I'm going to put the wrong side up here and the wrong side down on the lining. And I'm just gonna match that up at the top there. Okay, and now I'm going to start in the right bottom side and sew along the edge all the way up and around and down to this side. Okay, do not sew across the bottom, just do the side up and around and down the other side, and I will meet you back. So now that you've finished sewing along the side, top, and down the other side, we're going to fold the lining in about 1/4 of an inch. And you can iron this down if you need to. And then we're going to sew along, right along the lining, so we get a nice clean edge. Okay, so continue to do that and I will meet you back. So now we've sewn along the bottom there. We're going to flip up our main fabric here about 1/4 of an inch to 1/2 inch, just so it kind of comes up to our lining, but we're going to sew along the bottom and make sure that this is still an open pocket. Okay, so just start from one end and sew along the bottom to the other, and you can iron this down also if you need to. Now we're going to cut our elastic. So I cut 31 inches for an adult size and cut 28 inches for a child size. And we're just going to double knot it at the end. Okay, make sure that's nice and secure. And place the knotted side in the fold of the side here, and we're just going to fold that over, and we're going to sew along the side. Careful not to sew the elastic itself, but just sew the fabric right there around to hold that in place. And we're also going to do the same with the other side, fold that over and sew along, and then you'll easily be able to pull down and up and adjust that for your fit. So go ahead and do that and I will meet you back. So now we finished our elastic, and you can see if you need to adjust it, you can just pull up or down and just adjust that when you put it on. Cut a 4-inch length of your bendable wire, and 3 inches for the adult, or the child size, 4 inches for the adult. We're going to bend that in half, okay, and just put this point right up under our lining, grab that at the top, and then I just kind of push the wire to either side so you can see it's right in there at the top. And I'm going to sew around it to secure it in place there, and make sure to get the ends right here. So I'm just going to knot that, and then I'm going to just weave in and out and sew around all the wire here and fasten it off on the other side. So now you have finished your face mask. You can cut a piece of paper towel as an additional filter for the inside of the lining, or any other filter that you choose. And there's the front of it, and you just put this top part around the back of your head above your ears, and this part goes below, and you can put it on and push on the wires so you get a tighter seal up at the top. So I hope you liked and enjoyed this pattern. Please like and subscribe to my channel for more free patterns, and have a great day.